Welcome back, fellow citizens of Jar. Deron for Super President. This is the show in which we try to build our own country, take over the entire universe, and fix all of the universe's problems. If that sounds like something you think you might like, please hit the subscribe button down below to be counted as a citizen and to join us on our path to glory.
I'll stop you there. Hey, do you know we have a Discord now? If you want to hang out and have longer form conversations where it's not just one comment and then I yell back at you and then one comment and you want to like be friends with each other. Wow, crazy concept. Feel free to check in the link down below to our description.
Welcome to the first ever annual planning meeting for the JAR 2020 Olympic International Micro Macro whatever you want games. We haven't come up with a title yet, we're workshopping it. We are going to run our own Olympics because there's not an Olympics going on right now. We're going to find athletes. We're going to pick our events. We're going to live stream in August. I will commentate myself and not partake because that would be a conflict of interests. And you will be able to represent whatever country you want. You want to represent the country you're born in? Great, go for it. A micronation, the country of Jar, an individual, yourself, just to show off how cool you are personally, go for it. This is kind of part 2 of an Olympic series now. We will be going over first our games, and we'll stream the opening, middle, and closing ceremonies in August. What events are we even going to be doing at these games? Like, what are we talking about? In order to get just a kiss of inspiration, I've decided to go look up all the Olympic games that nobody ever talks about to begin with. Do you know that badminton is not only an Olympic sport, but has been since 1992? 69, that's the number people talk about. Different countries have actually competed in this sport since 1992. Now, there's also the equestrian arts. Now, if you go into these arts, you've got jumping and eventing. Those are the normal horses do impressive things. But the real thing you want to look at is dressage. Dressage is where the horse does fancy walks, and we all judge the horse based on how fancy these walks are. And that's a real sport people earn Olympic medals in. I'm trying not to be patronizing. I'm sure somebody watching this video at some point in time has either seen dressage live or maybe participates in it. So I'm not one to go and judge. I find it fascinating and wonderful. I like appreciating all the things that people appreciate in life. Also, another one that I don't think anyone ever talks about, sailing is an Olympic sport. You can be a gold medal sailor. I'm sure that these are things that are televised based on where you live, so it's fascinating to know what Canada cares about. Does everybody else care about curling? Because I see curling like live televised at every Winter Olympics ever. It seems to be all anybody watches here. That's probably because we're Canadian and rather competitive at curling though, so what do you do? There were also some rather interesting events that were previously in the games, and they just decided to subtly take out or only have once. At the 1936 Summer Olympic Games, there was gliding. That's right, I'm gonna go in a plane, turn the engine off, and see how long I can not hit the ground. In style for the Olympics. If you think that's crazy, there were no engines. They launched the planes into the air with giant rubber bands, and this entire event has a death toll. It's 1, but it shouldn't be more than 0. Now, if you think about it, the Olympic Games can be broken down into one of 2 categories. You've got your sporty sports and your arty sports. The sporty sports are people going out and showing how good at sports they are, and then competing against other people who also think they're good at sports. Sometimes, multiple people, all sports people, come together to do sports against each other. Eventually, when all the sports are done, everyone stands a little different, which doesn't really matter, because if you think about it, if somebody's really tall, it's not really that much of a difference based on the steps, so you know, if you've got a short person in first and a tall person in third, it's still gonna look weird. Now, for the art sports, on the other hand, you need to show off just a little bit of chutzpah, a little bit of something that you brought to the table. You have things like synchronized swimming. You have things like skating, where people do crazy twirl flips in the air, and wow, not only do they care about it, they're weirdly good at it. Now, if you look at those categories slightly differently, you have the acrobatics of your body versus the acrobatics of your heart and soul. We're missing something. That's right, I think we should have a third category, which is the acrobatics of your mind. Or esports.
I like the idea that you have 3 categories going forward to show off your heart and creativity, to show off your quick-witted thinking, and to show off your power of body, however that may be. We need to come up with some events for these categories. I need you all to tell me what kind of events we should be participating in. Now, we're not nearly large enough as an organization or as a micronation to do actual things like tug of war. Yes, it was a real Olympic event at one point. We need to have things which can be competed while one person's in South Korea, one person's in Europe, and one person's in Canada. Hi. So that's the problem. So we need to either have things where it is non-synchronous, where people send in videos that they've done, or we need to have things where it can be done online, and preferably both. So I've come up with some sample events that we may draw from for our official August 2020 games. The first one that I came up with, because this is already ridiculously regulated as a sport, so I just need to steal it. First thing is Rubik's Cube solving. I can't. I did once as a child. I don't remember how I did it or how much I Googled or not. I don't know. Regardless, you can definitely do this in a way where you just take a video of it and then we can watch the videos back as I live commentate some made up stuff, because I don't know enough to commentate, but boy, I will. Now, if you're talking about a sport of the mind, I think we should do at least one thing in Minecraft. The thing that I'm thinking of is an obstacle course constructed by, hi, it's me, and then having people run through one at a time on a timer to see who can complete the course in the fastest amount of time possible. And finally, we need something to show off the equivalent of dressage. I have not come up with something because it's I don't know if interpretive dance seems like it would come off more mean to dancers than really celebrating dance. If anyone has any ideas for like an artsy thing we could do where we could also definitively say that this person ranks higher than another person, art's tough like that, huh? Please let me know. Going forward, we'll probably get a good 5 to 20 events, and then we'll do a ridiculous live stream going through them all, some reacting to videos, some playing games, events, probably fake medals handed out because I don't have real gold. What are you doing? That's the seed of courage. That's the thought planted. I need you all to give me some Olympic events. So this has been your super presidential candidate, Deron, president of JAR, signing off for Saturday, saying welcome to JAR. JAR takes all kinds, and we'll see you in the games. Please check us out this week and every week. We go up every single Saturday, Monday, and this week we'll be live streaming on Tuesday. Don't forget to check down below in that description for links to fun things, including our new Discord, which is up and live. And I will leave you, as always, in that viewer-submitted conlang for JAR, the viewer-submitted motto for JAR, which is Mam dana pamen lem, miu dana pamen e ia liita, miu mam liita. See you on Monday. And this episode is brought to you by Luke. And also by Rachel. 2 people that if they were Olympic events, they would be dressage and figure skating. That's right, because they show off the power of heart. Thank you.